Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Name base in the building already. Welcome, sis. How you doing? How you doing? It is the 9 o'clock hour, and I am trying to get started and set up. Make sure the live is on. Got my tablet, so I'm gonna try to read some notes here. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. This is supposed to be the second part to the Handmaid's Tale, and I was going to try to think from June's perspective, another point of view. I know we have a lot of viewers who think that June's action throughout the show have been justified. I've always said that she's a very selfish person. Hey, Vivacious V, welcome. Hey, Ben, what's going on? Yeah, I always said that June was such a selfish person, and everybody don't agree with me. So this particular live, I wanted to try to come from June's perspective. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm gonna need y'all help because it is hard for me to think in this manner. For 2 weeks now, I have been trying to write out what would make sense for me to explain why June isn't being selfish, that she is making good choices, that the redeemable, that Serena Joy can be redeemed, and June has been right to see this in her all along. And if Serena Joy is redeemable, why isn't Aunt Lydia redeemable? The fact that June, after the third time, thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Game of Thrones when we come back Sunday. I'm gonna try to do a live reaction Sunday. I'm gonna see how that goes. So I'm gonna try to think like when June in the final episode of season 2, June escaped or had an escape attempt for the third time. This time, seemingly, it was successful, and June handed off her baby Holly / Nicole, who I call Jelly Bean, handed off her baby to Emily, who is wanted, a wanted person. She done stabbed up Aunt Lydia, who trying to escape herself. Very few handmaids have escaped, so we ain't sure if Emily gonna get away or not. But June put her baby in the hands of this woman, and we're gonna try to look at it from a perspective of that was the smartest thing for her to do in that moment, and why. We all know she has another baby, Hannah Banana, and if giving her baby to Emily giving her baby to Emily, a woman who was on the run herself, to go back for Hannah, was that the right decision? The Rivers photo. Hey Rivers, what's going on? I'm worried about the future of this show. I missed something. Let's pop that back up. Since Disney bought it, I don't trust ABC with how political Handmaid's Tale is, and Disney had people are pro-life and hacking these abortion bills. Disney bought Hulu. I didn't know that Disney did buy shares of Hulu. They didn't buy Hulu 100%, but they did buy shares of Hulu. That is right. I forgot about that. I tend to find that shows like this that speak too much truth about government are deemed to be canceled. Yeah, Handmaid's Tale is also on Amazon Prime. They are the majority owners. You're right as far as Hulu is concerned. Because I think they bought Hulu, they bought Fox. I forgot who else they bought. But I have noticed that a lot of shows like this that speak too much to the government truth were canceled. If you have Netflix, it's a show on there called Continuum. During the stages where Bernie Sanders was trying to be elected into office, the political climate that we had going on in the United States at that time is played out scene by scene in the TV show Continuum. And Continuum actually happened 4 years prior to that election in 2016. So it was like foreshadowing of what was going on in our political climate. And that's how The Handmaid's Tale was. The first 2 seasons, every time something happened on the show, a week or two later, it happened in our political climate. But the book was written in 1984. But Margaret Atwood has always said that everything that she wrote in that book, she already took from events that have already happened in history. So this is nothing new. We're just going through another circle of life. Everything's coming back around full circle. Everything she wrote in the book happened somewhere in the world already. She just took those stories and made them fictional, made this fictional place called Gilead. And so you have the book and have not read it yet. The first season, Nay, is pretty much the book. The book kind of leaves you with more of a cliffhanger. Season 2 and season 3 was more, what's the word I'm looking for? They had a lot of more room to play around with the storyline and the story arcs in season 2. But the author of the books is a writing consultant on the show. So she is still working with the show, writing out these plot lines and storylines. And we all know she has a new book coming out in September 19th to be exact, which is the final story to the Handmaid's Tale. Say, Aunt Lydia, you don't believe Aunt Lydia is redeemable. Aunt Lydia is all in. She is all in. Now, for a brief second, I wanted to open up because I wanted to see how many people we can get in the room today. I got my tablet up today, y'all. Let me get online. And I wanted to first just briefly talk about the abortion laws that was just passed in Alabama. I think I got my notes. Let me get my stuff set up here. Bam, y'all. I got notes today. So on Wednesday, the Alabama abortion ban became law. And a lot of these states like Missouri and Texas and Georgia, Mississippi, I want to say North Dakota and Ohio, the bans are still bills. They have not been directly passed into law yet. But in Alabama, there was a woman who wrote the bill, and there was a woman who signed the bill into law. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up right now at the beginning of this episode of this stream is because of how much it parallels The Handmaid's Tale. I've always bitched about Serena Joy and the fact that I say she can't be redeemable. Fuck her and feed her grits. That's how I feel about her from the beginning to the end, from the hooter to the tutor. That's how I feel about Serena Joy. But like I said, a lot of y'all think she can be redeemable. But Serena Joy basically wrote the textbook, wrote the handbook on how the sons of Jacob were able to move in Gilead. They took all the information that she had. Matter of fact, half of the doggone charters were written by her. Fred Waterford just put his name on them. She was really the architect of that society. And that's exactly how I feel about Kay Ivey, the hooker hole governor who signed this bill in Alabama into law. We're always looking at the men, and the men are grateful. I'm not going to take that away from them. But we got to watch out for some of these women, y'all, who are not our kinfolk. Like I said, the black folks, we got a saying sometimes, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I'm telling you, all sisters ain't down for the cause. All women are not our sisters. And these women prove this to us time and time again. If we were to go back to slavery days, I have always, I like history. I like to look at historical things and facts and things like that. And throughout history, a lot of the women were more heinous than the masters. One, because jealousy kind of ruled a lot of their hearts. But in most cases, a lot of the women were telling the men what the hell to do. The men just put their name on it. The same way did today. A lot of men putting their name on it. But there's so many women that are backing up this doggone abortion ban. Now, with Kay Ivey, I can't quote her because I didn't write down quotes. She says that the good Christians of Alabama, their good Christian views, is the reason that made her sign this abortion ban. We're going to stick to those values. And when we look at the Handmaid's Tale, they are using religion the sons of Jacob's religion as a means to control women and society. Back at season 2, in the premiere season, the season opener, we learned that men were already in control of women and their reproductive rights. You remember, you see Luke and June sitting there at the table, they making ham, bananas, some little waffles or what have you, and she got to go to Walgreens to fulfill her prescription, right? Remember that? She had to ask Luke for his signature, and Luke was like, for real? What do I mean put my signature on that for? You know, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much how it was. He had to put his signature on it. So at that time, we already saw that men were already in control of women's bodies. They could tell us whether or not we can use birth control or not. The same thing that's going on right now in today's society with this abortion ban. So, and all of that happened when they decided to have a second baby. That's what they was going to do. But all of that happened before the Society of Gilead was even created. So all of these little knickknacks and little things to do to help control women and help control society were already gradually building up. There was like 30 chapters in 20 different states at the time that this happened. Remember, Nick was getting recruited to the Sons of Jacob. The lady from Alabama is Miss Silly from The Color Purple. Y'all like a happy laugh today. Oh my goodness. Oh, the lady from, oh my goodness, the Kay Ivey from Alabama. I don't know whether to start calling Serena Joy Kay Ivey nowadays. I was calling her Melania Trump. Y'all know I was calling her Melania Trump because I still feel that Melania Trump is doing the exact same thing too. People are looking at her like, oh, she's a victim. She's a victim of dumbass Donald, and she don't really want to be in that marriage. And I was like, yes, she do. She right where she wants to be. She reaping all the benefits the same way I felt about Serena Joy. So yeah, I just want to touch on that just briefly. Like a week before Kay Ivey signed her bill in Alabama, passed the law in Alabama, 6 other states had already pushed through bills as well. While we were sleeping, nobody paid attention to that. We had Mississippi, Arkansas, Kentucky, Ohio, North Dakota, and then in Georgia. Last week, so a week before Kay Ivey signed hers into law, they was already pressing for anti-abortion bills. Texas, just in the last 24 hours, just pushed through another bill to have doctors criminalized for performing the abortions. They just pushed through another bill to stop government funding for abortions. They pushed another bill banning cities from partnering with Planned Parenthood. Now, all of these acts are to overthrow Roe versus Wade. That happened like 40 plus years ago. I think I was born when Roe versus Wade came into effect. It's a federal law. They're passing these state laws to kind of overturn it. Of course, they say Planned Parenthood and everybody else is going to, Planned Parenthood and ACLU are going to band together and fight against it because these don't actually come into effect for 6 months. But what about us? What about us regular everyday citizens that it is affecting? Are we going to be like June and Moira when she went to the coffee shop and swiped her debit card and realized she couldn't use it? She called the bank up and found out that she had to have a man call in to find out about her finances. Or we just going to let that shit roll up our shoulders too and just sit back and do nothing? Is that what we're going to do? Because like I said, it didn't just slowly creep up on them. It was happening over and over again. Stuff had been slowly put into place while nobody was looking or nobody was paying attention, even though they were seeing it. Because she knew something was wrong when she came into the coffee shop and the doggone barista, it was different. The dude was acting real funky towards her. Like I said, she called the bank, couldn't get her financial information on the phone. She had to put her husband on the phone. Yes, hey Sans, what's going on, girl? I can't wait until this season either. It's going to be a doozy. I'm still trying to stay away from them trailers because I heard the trailers got too much in it. I almost caught a clip because Hulu started to run one right after one of my TV shows and I had to say, nope, Paul, stop that. There was too much information. I ain't gonna even tell y'all what I saw, but I didn't like it. I'm gonna let y'all know I didn't like it. So say don't go on Instagram if you try to stay away from trailers. I'm not gonna go on Instagram, Facebook. I have it blocked on Twitter. You know, on Twitter you can go in and put phrases in to block. It's blocked on Twitter. I don't want trailers. I appreciate the people who have came to me and told me, hey, don't go that way. They already know. Missouri has only one PPH and now 8 weeks heartbeat law. Majority of the states passed the 6-week heartbeat law. I told Sass on her video. Sass put a video up the other day. Go to her channel, run over there, check it out, and she opened up talking about this topic as well. When I was pregnant with Keena, I didn't even know I was pregnant at 6 weeks. I had got sick and I took myself to the doctor, and then I got to the doctor. The doctor's like, "Oh, you pregnant?" I was like, "For real?" I was 6 weeks then. There's no heartbeat detected or nothing like that. They just did the little pee stick test to find out that I was pregnant at 6 weeks. So I would have been one of the people who couldn't have got an abortion if I wanted to, because I didn't know I was pregnant at 6 weeks. Missouri has pushed it to 8 weeks for them. If a heartbeat is detected, that is one of their exceptions. You cannot get an abortion past 8 weeks if a heartbeat is detected, which is not always the case. Yeah, with your firstborn, it's hard to tell. I still had my menstrual cycle up until I was 4 months pregnant. So you say, "Oh, they got a lot of trailers to you." "Hey girl, welcome on in, welcome on in. I saw you come through." Yeah, I don't want to see those trailers. So yeah, I didn't even know I still had my menstrual cycle up until I was 4 months pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So if I had not got sick and went to the doctor, I still wouldn't have known. I still would not have known. But Alabama is like one of the most strictest ones. I think they sending the doctor to jail anywhere from 10 years to life if they perform the procedure. I swear I wish that every doctor who is giving out abortions in this United States all band together and walk into the jail and say, "You looking for me?" Remember, if y'all watched Selma with Martin Luther King, and they had a warrant out for his arrest, and they thought that was gonna be a scare tactic. Yeah, it was like, I might be wrong on the years. At first I heard 99 years to life as well, but then I read somewhere else that said 10. So that's why I just went and said 10 years to life, because I wasn't sure which one of them was accurate. They may be mixing up multiple states together. But in Selma, Martin Luther King, they was looking for him. It was warrant out for the arrest. So everybody that was protesting that they supposedly wanted to arrest all marched into the jail and said, "You looking for me?" I wish every abortion doctor in the United States get together and just flood the jail systems and say, "You looking for me? I performed an abortion today. What you gonna do about it?" These abortion bans are horrible, and a doctor would get more time in jail than the rapist in Alabama. Yeah, okay, so you heard 99 years as well. In Missouri, the state that I'm originally from. One of our House representatives, I didn't even bother to write the man name down. If I go on Instagram, I can see it, but I'm trying not to go on the Instagram for the trailers. He said most of the rapes that he dealt with were consensual. I don't know how you get a consensual rape. I don't know how those terms even go together. They don't match. A consensual rape. A rape is normally deemed as an act of violence. I think statutory rape is probably the only one that they don't deem as an act of violence. And I know for a fact he wasn't talking about statutory rape, because when somebody called him on it, and he came back and said, "Oh, my bad, I just misspoke." So he wasn't talking about statutory rape. And don't let me get on statutory rape too. I think some of that shit is bullshit too. You could be a 16-year-old boy dating a 15-year-old girl, and then you could be locked up for statutory rape because your fucking parents don't like you. This shit right there gets on my nerves. Yeah, rape and consensual don't even belong in the same sentence. But he just said that, "Hey Will, how you doing? Welcome to the groove." Will is always here. Love you, man. But yeah, he just said that yesterday, that most consensual rape that he deals with, yeah. Why we worried about it? What the fuck is consensual rape? He couldn't make me understand that. So when he was checked on and asked about it, he said, "Oh, my bad, I misspoke." Shut your fucking mouth then. This is why voting is so freaking essential. The only problem I have with voting is Everybody puts on their game face. They throw up their representative when they standing there in front of the podium and want you to vote for them. They all be lying and shit, and then when they get elected into office, they do the flip side of what the fuck they said they was gonna do. That's the only problem I have with voting. But I'm still gonna exercise my right because I know that there's people who put their life on the line for me to have this right to vote. So I'm still gonna do it, even though I got my, my issues with the turnouts and everything. So, like I said, I know Georgia, Indiana, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Washington, and Mississippi, they have restriction bills that are in place. The bills are not laws yet. If y'all remember Schoolhouse Rock, your house got to go and be passed in front of the House and the Senate for it to become law. In Missouri, the heartbeat bill or the heartbeat ban is not law yet. It's been passed in the Senate. It's been passed in the House and still has to go in front of the Senate. But on the flip side of it, Indiana, Illinois, Massachusetts, Missouri, even though Missouri has a ban in place, New Mexico, New York, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Texas, and Vermont, they all have bills in place that are for abortion rights. So some of these states have abortion right bills being pushed through and abortion bans being pushed through at the exact same time. The state of New York is the only one who has passed a law for abortion rights. Alabama is the only state that has passed a law for the abortion ban. Everywhere else is bills. They are pushing these bills through. And like I said, they was doing this shit while we was sleeping or while we wasn't paying attention, while we worried about Dumb Donald and his Russian probes and all that shit. They started pushing these bills through the Houses and the Senate 2 years ago. It's been going 2 years strong. 2 years strong that these bills have been on the table. It just became a hot topic again once Alabama said fuck it and signed it into law. A woman who 1,000 years old bitch, I don't know her, I don't like her. Old bitch just said fuck you and my kids. I don't give a damn if my grandchildren got raped. They gonna have that god doggone baby. There was an episode, if y'all watch Grey's Anatomy, Joe on episode. This is how we are in a modern day Gilead right now. We've been saying this since Handmaid's Tale been on the earth, though, baby. We are in it right. We are living it right now. And, whew. Okay, I was talking about Grey's Anatomy. Okay, so Joe on Grey's Anatomy was looking for her birth mother. And she found out from her birth mother that she was a product of rape. When she sees her, and not only was she a product of rape, Joe looks just like the man who raped her. So she can't look at her face. She can't hold her, and the nurturing side doesn't come out of her because that's all she sees is her attacker every time she looks at this child. Now Joe, of course, as the child is hurt that the mama can't love her anyway. That's some hard shit to get by. And I'm starting to think, this y'all here in this YouTube channel right here, I don't know if I should say it. I got a similar story, but I don't want to really say it because my siblings don't know. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I think y'all get the picture. Put it that way. Okay, so all right, let's get back to Handmaid's Tale though. We got about 15 good people in the room, so I'm thinking that's all that's gonna come in. As far as the abortion bans and abortion laws, start blowing up phones for the Senates and the House, the Congresses, your local Senate, your local House representatives, blowing up the phones. I understand there's going to be planned protests all around. I'm not against the protests because I participated in them on many occasions. But the protests are not as effective as direct action. Getting in their faces, getting in their ears, writing letters, making some noise. I think that's one of the reasons I found it so important for me to even start this video off with this conversation. If we are all having the conversation on YouTube, YouTube is more watched than regular television. You know what I'm saying? If we all having this conversation, it's gonna make some noise. Like I say, Kate Ivey is saying that, the good Christians of Alabama, they wanted it this way. She's a motherfucking lie. Majority of the citizens of Alabama is like, hell no, we don't want this. Ice Rose, what's going on? Oh my girl, I ain't touching you in a minute. She's lying. Majority of the citizens of Alabama is against it. There's been many protests going on for months, and she signed it anyway. And not only is she forcing the government to control women's bodies, she's also forcing her religious beliefs on everybody. Everybody ain't a Christian. Handmaid's Tale show, it's a dystopian future, which basically means a dystopian future basically is a setting that happened in future times. It could be possibly the worst fucked up shit that could possibly be. In the Handmaid's Tale, the women are being controlled by the government. Women who are fertile, because there's supposed to be some infertility going around in the nation at this time. Women who are fertile are being forced. They're being raped by these men, held down by their wives, and forced to have babies for them. Once they have the babies are taken from them and they shipped off to another family to have another baby if they can. And they have no rights to their children. If they already had little children, the children were stolen as well, and the children were brought into the homes of these commanders and their wives and raised as their own. Their names are taken away from them, so they no longer have a right to their name. They become of the man who they're with. So, like, say for example, my ex-husband's name was Roy. I would have been of Roy. I belong to him. They're not allowed to read. So if you go into the grocery store, you'll see a picture of a cow on the can. You know that's beef, but you don't know what kind of beef it is. So they're not allowed to read. They have to look at pictures and diagrams. They can't read the Bible. They basically are told what religion to practice. And it's under the sons of Jacob. That's the religion that they have to practice. They have to follow that. They are brought into this place called the Red Center. The Rachel and Leah Center is the new one that was blown up. They're brought into that center. It is a terrible society. That's basically what a dystopian future is. It's a terrible society, but I think it is such an important show to watch because it parallels the United States of America's political climate right now. It is so many things that you could find on that show that's happening right now. Or it happened last season or first season, and you're like, oh my goodness. They separating people at the border, taking their kids from them. I'd be damned. They did that in season 1. Didn't they just do that within the past year? Down at the Mexican border? They did that in season 1. They was taking people from their children and separating them from their babies. They was doing that. They were sending the women who are homosexual, women who refuse to be handmaids, women who were handmaids that can't have babies no more, or they went to a house and they tried 3 times and they couldn't. They consider to be unwomen. They're sending them to colonies, where they have to like shovel toxic wastes and shit. Slavery. It's just slavery. It's modern day slavery. And like I was saying, Ice Rose, before you came in, the lady who wrote the book, Margaret Atwood, said that all of the events that she's taken and put into her book, which is now a TV show, have already happened before. It happened somewhere in the world. Maybe not been in the United States, but somewhere in the world. And I said before, probably season 1, maybe season 2, that I believe a lot of these areas where there's sex trafficking going on, that this may be the type of society that these women and children are living in. They've been held somewhere. They've been forced to have sex with these different people. They may not be forced to have babies. They should be getting circumcised like some of the women in Africa so they won't have an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. So I think it's very, we should pay attention to shows like this. Sometimes art imitates life. And this show may be very well an imitation of life. It's such parallels. And one of the things I was saying before, like with all these abortion bans that's popping up, this stuff that, as far as I know, has been happening for at least 2 years. It just really hit the table, hit the fan when it got passed in the law. Are we in society, Luke and June and Moira, who saw the shit happening slowly but surely, but sat back and did nothing, and then when it smacks us in the fucking face, now we mad that we in captivity. We didn't do anything about it then. So now that we in captivity, now that we are in June, and we've got, she had a little taste of freedom every once in a while. This is her third escape with him. Now what is she doing? Is she going back to just get her own child? And a lot of people thought that. A lot of people said June is going back to get Hannah Banana, which I think at the end of the season 2, that's what I said. If she's going back, she better be going back to get her daughter. So you never started. I'm telling you, start the show, Ice Rose, girl. You're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be hooked. You should really start. I recommend this show to anyone. This is it's intense. I wouldn't try to binge watch it. I would not try to binge watch it. It's intense. But so for June and Hannah Banana, if she is going back to get Hannah Banana, a lot of our viewers thought that was the best thing for her to do. And I told y'all I've been trying to write these notes to try to be on June's side, and it ain't been working for me. So I'm gonna need y'all help. If I got any of my viewers that's here in the room today that believe giving, let's take out the fact that she gave up her child. Hey Sonya Renee, you never watched it. I have people tell me it's really good. I think you should watch it. Watch it. Yes, whew. I recommend watching it. Although I have about 2,000 subscribers on my channel, every single Handmaid's Tale video that I have has over 8,000 views. Like, people come to this channel to watch the Handmaid's Tale. I was gonna quote that wheel. I got it written down. Let me see if I got the whole quote. If I don't got the whole quote, I'm gonna pull up your comment again. June has said that nothing changes instantaneously. In a gradually heating bathtub, you'll be boiled to death before you know it. That ain't nothing but truth. You could be sitting there in the hot tub just chilling, like, ooh, the water feeling fine, the water heating up. And your body starts to get used to the pain. It starts to get used to the heat. And you don't even realize that you're boiling. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example. I moved to Florida. I wanted to be in the sun. Thought I could soak up the sun and get some darker melanin. This is the darkest I'm probably going to get. But that's what I thought. I thought I was going to enjoy the sun. I go to the beach all the time. I love traveling to the Caribbean. I have slept on the beach overnight, and the sun still rays, still hit you at nighttime. I slept on the deck of cruise ships. I thought I was loving me some sun. I moved to Florida. I'm out in the sun every day, and it is burning me up. My skin is literally burning. And when it first started happening, you just see me here scratching on camera. I'm scratching. Y'all probably wondering why I'm scratching. Thought I just had eczema. Went to the doctor, and the doctor told me, they told me I had eczema, they told me I had dermatitis, they told me I had like 15 different problems. And I'm sitting back in the sun every day, chilling. Still going to the beach. I'm in pain. I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? But the sun is tearing me up. I'm boiling. Gradually boiling. Got burn marks, scathed, and everything. Hey girl, hey, what's up, Miss Hawks? How you doing? Yes. Say, gotta stop sleeping on the pressure. I'm so glad that popped back up, Will. Yes, we gotta stop sleeping on the pressure. We keep turning a blind eye because it's not us. And that's what June was going through this situation. She was a handmaid, being forced, being raped to sleep with this man in a ritual. She's being held down by the wife, Serena Joy, in order to procreate for them. They're gonna take the baby from her and make it theirs. And don't let the baby have any type of birth defects. And the baby is considered to be an unbaby. And then they take the baby and dispose of it. Y'all might have missed that in season 1. That happened in season 1 too. They take the unhealthy babies and dispose of them. So she's in this society. And when she gets to the Waterford's household, this is her third house. They give you 3 chances to have a baby. So she had to have one in the Waterford household. So she's been in this society a long time. A long time. And I'm not sure exactly what her turning point was that finally made her want to get free. I really think it was the other people who wanted to help her get free that made her want to be free. I think she had resolved that this was her life. This was it. There's that one girl. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody just texted me, asked me, does that one girl still work around? He don't know I'm on the live. We'll get back to him later. But June was one of those people who, like I say, we just gonna use her and Luke because they the main family that they showed on the show. They saw all of these things happen over time and sat back and did nothing. And now we're in season 3. And like I said, because season 3 is titled Rebellion, we know there's going to be some form of rebellion happening on this show. What pissed June off to the point now she wants to get free? Is she going back to get Hannah Banana? And like I said, if she's going back to get Hannah, why is that the right thing for her to do? She wants to take her daughter out of this society. She's been there, if I'm not mistaken, 7 years. Because I thought Hannah was 3 or 4 when they kidnapped her, and now she's 10. So she's been there around 6 or 7 years now. And she kept saying she was gonna never see her daughter again. Serena Joy teased her with her daughter. That's what it was. It was something that she wasn't doing that Serena Joy wanted her to do, and then Serena Joy punked and said, "Look, I know where your damn daughter at." And then they gave her a little bit of hope. That's what it was. Serena Joy, y'all still say she could be redeemable. Kate Ivey, Melania Trump is not. This was supposed to be about June Wright. I just can't get it. I just can't get it right. Y'all help me out now. So going back and get her daughter Hannah, of course. If this was our child, we would want to do everything in our power to protect our child. It took us 7 years to want to protect her child. Remove my bias a little bit. But she wanted to protect her child. Now that she knows that she's alive, she knows there's a possibility of her going to get her. It's a good chance, not a great chance, but a good chance that Holly will make it to safety with Emily. So now she has to get her other child out of there. Now, Hannah Banana is not in a position where she's going to be a handmaid because she's being raised as a daughter. Say Serena Joy is not redeemable in your opinion. In mine, either, girl. In mine, either. So going back to getting Hannah Banana, see, the thing with that one, like I want her to go back and get, like I said, if it was me and it was my daughter, if it was Keena, I'd be tooth and nail trying to get my child out. Would I have gave up one child to get the other? That's the dilemma that I'm having right here because of the risk that it's going to place on that child. Maybe if that baby had been Fred's and not Nick's, I don't know if June will be so willing to protect it. I think the fact that it is hers and Nick's is making her want to get Holly into some type of safe zone. Or Nicole. Nicole. She called the baby Nicole at the end, which pissed me off. Serena Joy named the baby Nicole. She named the baby Holly after her mother. But when she gave the baby to Emily, she said call her Nicole, which pissed me off. That just made me see her siding with. The daughters grow up to be like Eden. The Connor wives and the daughters, the daughters of the Connor wives grow up to be like Eden. They are married off to guardians. Only the commanders and the guardians are able to have wives. They're the only ones in society that are able to have wives, with the exception of the Connor fathers. They like low grade commanders. Nicole, yeah, that's what I said. Nicole. I thought Serena named the baby Nicole too, just to piss Fred off because they know that's Nick's baby. So she wasn't going to grow up to be a handmaid, but she would be married off, an arranged marriage, and they are still supposed to have babies as well. Like I said, remember that was Eden's whole goal. She wanted to have a baby for Nick. That was her whole goal. They are raised in the sons of Jacob religion. Their women are submissive, that they have no rights. Like I say, and even though Serena Joy created this society, she thought that she was going to be exempt from it. When Commander Waterford cut off that pinky finger, she realized that she wasn't, maybe I ain't so precious. You know what I'm saying? That's how she was feeling in. Now she mad and want to get back. See, I don't trust it. See, you know what, y'all? I can't do this. I can't do this Jewish not selfish thing. Because I'm about to get mad again. I'm about to get pissed off about Serena Joy. Serena Joy, this is how I say Serena Joy and June are so alike. When it happens to them, it's at the point that they want to take action. They want to step up now. Serena Joy is pissed off that she ain't really got no voice. She thought that she would at least have a voice, and she was one of the architects of this society. She thought she would really have a voice. So now she is pissed off. She thought that she would have some rights, that her daughter would get some more rights. Her daughter would be able to read and write and all this time, because she still can't read and write either. But that, you wrote that, sis. You the one who wrote that. That was probably the last shit you wrote. So now that she realized that she ain't gonna have no rights either, now she want to do something about it. I got a problem with people like that. I got a problem with people like that. When it becomes you. I'm trying to still. I wish I would have had better notes for the different points of views that a lot of people get, because a lot of people gave some good points of views of why they thought that June did the right thing. Anna LA, I don't know if she's gonna make it into the live tonight. Nick is moving up the ladder. Yes, he is. Nick is moving on up the ladder. Commander Waterford didn't know that Nick was an eye, though. Because the eyes are the people who are hired in, who are recruited in to keep a watch on the commanders. And they were supposed to report back to the higher ups. But most of the higher ups got blew up in the Red Center. So I don't know who Nick finna report to now. But yeah, Serena Joy and June, just everything that they do have been to benefit themselves. Lady V, hey, what's going on? Hey, Brenda. There's a word for people like Serena and June, a hypocrite. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hypocrite to the 10th power. They are hypocrites. So even if June is going back to get Hannah, can we all agree, even if we feel that is the right thing for her to do, can we all agree that is still a selfish act? Because she had all those Marthas put their lives at risk to help her get free. But that wasn't the first time. That was the third time that all these people put themselves at risk to help June get free. And I still say it was a slap in their face, a spit in their face, spit in their eye for her to do that. Just to go back and get reinforcements of something. Just you haven't successfully found your own way to escape on your own in all 7 years. And now you just said, throw it all away. I'm going to go back and go get Hannah. Assumingly, we thinking that that's what she finna go do. If she's going back to tear down the society, I would like that better. I said, I can't wait to see Rita's reaction when June comes back. If she react anything other than mad, I'm going to be mad at the writers. You're going to see me tweeting them on Twitter, tagging them like, y'all got to be kidding me right now. For real. That's not realistic. If she's anything other than mad. I know that, she said that June was a badass. I know she said that. She was looking up to her. And that's one reason why she wanted to help her get free. But I feel kind of like, in the movie 12 Years a Slave, the main character Solomon, every time he went somewhere and got to a new master, somebody was taking care of Solomon. Every time Solomon got free, he did nothing to help those who helped him. Patsy was the character that was played by Lupita Nyong'o. That was one of her best roles. Well, after I watched 12 Years a Slave, I couldn't talk for months. I was like, I can't. Patsy kept throwing herself on the blade time and time again to save Solomon. She asked the man to help her die so that way she could be free. He wouldn't do it. Now I know killing somebody or helping somebody die may not be something that you want on your heart. Yet, if you not gonna do that, help me physically get free then. There was a time when they came in to get him and take him on to safety. He didn't take her with him. He didn't fight for her. He supposedly came back on the Underground Railroad and helped free a lot of other people, but he never went back to get Patsy. He never even thought about Patsy again. I'm so mad at that show. And that's how I be feeling about June at this moment. Like, are you now about to go back and help not only the handmaids get free, the Marthas get free, the daughters get free? I still ain't got no sympathy for the commanders' wives. I don't. Them heinous bitches, them K. Ivies. I have no sympathy for them at all. Just the Aunt Lydias, the aunts. I don't have no sympathy for them. They all could burn in the fiery pits of hell for all I care at this point for them. I just ain't no peace be with you. Ain't none of that. I don't feel nothing for them people. Lord knows my heart. I ain't gonna even ask for forgiveness on that. I just don't feel nothing for them. And when I see people like that in society today, the Kate Ivies, the governor of Alabama, signing off bills to strip women of their rights to their bodies, for penalizing, people who helping us. Just think about it. Think of the parallel. So you think she's going back to change the system? That's the only way to save Hannah Banana. Okay. So in what way, Haven, can you give me an example of how you think it's possible for her to change the system? There was a time that Fred was injured after the Leah Center blew up. Episode 6, season 2, one of my favorite episodes. I still remember it. We was hoping and wishing and praying that Fred died. Fred didn't die. He was injured. He was limping around. He was immobile, unable to think right, speak for himself. And Serena Joy took over in his name with the help of Nick. Nick helped push it on through. And her handmaid, June. They sat there together, writing contract after contract, bill after bill, law after law. And June said, there was a time that I thought me and Serena could be friends. We could have been friends. Just as based off of this interaction that we having right here, we could have been friends if this was a different era, different time. There was nothing during that time frame that I saw June trying to dismantle the system. June, to me, was trying to make her life a little bit easier. She got to write, pin a little name down. She got to do all that. So I need an example, if you have one, of what way do you think that she could possibly dismantle the system? Right now, the only way I could think is kill them all. To do a Dracarys on their ass. I know people mad at Danny on the Walking Dead. Not the Walking Dead. Oh, Jesus. The Game of Thrones. People are mad at Daenerys Targaryen for burning up that whole town. I'm not. I am one of the people that's not mad because I feel like burn them all. And that's how I feel about the Society of Gilead. Burn them all. Get out who you can get out. The people who gonna fight, gonna help us fight. And if y'all staying there, just waiting to be saved, deuces to you. through the wives. You say don't trust them, but use them. Now I will admit that June has a little bit of cunningness to her. She has the ability to be very manipulative, at least when it comes to Fred. She sometimes can manipulate Serena Joy, but Serena Joy catches on real quick. Like, oh, bitch, you trying to play me. And then she retaliates. The only way that could possibly work, yes, through manipulation, right. The only way that could possibly work is because Serena Joy is mad at Fred. It's not that she doesn't think that the society itself is the best thing since sliced bread. She's mad at Fred. That's it. She mad that Fred wouldn't allow her to still have a voice. You know, she gathered up all the women and have them stand there behind her, true. But she thought she should still have a voice. So yeah, through manipulation, I just don't. I wonder in what manner she's gonna need backup. The wives don't have much power anymore. Hannah, you're right. That they didn't have any power at all. They didn't have any power at all. I don't consider them to be victims of this society. But in a way that they are, you know, they are reaping the benefits. They are the women who voted Donald Trump into office. They are reaping the benefits of his bullshit. So they're reaping the benefits of the son of Jacob, but at the same time are being stricken of their rights as well. And because they like those benefits more than anything, they're gonna keep their mouths shut about the shit that they lose. And they fuck me. Okay, at least I got this. You know, I got my little shiny pot over here. I know I'm missing, you know, what's the water. I'm gonna go thirsty because I got my shiny shit over here. That's how I see the wives. They are very accepting. They help. And that's the word I've been looking for this whole time. They are enabling this system. But like I say, for June, in order for June to manipulate whoever she needs to manipulate, she don't need backup. She gonna need some type of backup. And Commander Joseph, what was Commander Joseph's last name? I forgot the man's last name. Ain't that so sad? He gonna be the one that she gonna need to rely on, because even though that he was the economic architect, he's the one that came with. The Martins seem to have more power than the wives. By that I mean they have created some sort of underground railroad to get women out. I think that's right, Bird of all. The Marthas. I wonder if this is the Martha's first time. Commander Lawrence, Joseph Lawrence, that's it. Thank you, Sass. Thank you. I wonder if this is the Martha's first time banding together to help someone escape. Because Rita was so dead set on dismantling the household. Forget the whole system. She was so dead set on keeping things. She was one of them people that was like, don't ruffle any feathers. That's what Rita was at first. I'm telling y'all, her turning point is when they killed Eden. When they decided to kill Eden, something struck Rita in the heart that she was finally saying, I need to stand up and do something. Maybe the Marthas had this underground railroad the whole time, and Rita knew of it, and then she finally went to them and said, okay, we need to get them all. We need to get her out. We need to get her out. He said he was trying to find a way to burn them. We need to get them out. So I wonder, like I say, if the Marthas already had this underground railroad system, because I mean they was working in unison. They was like, come through the fence, pass the they passed the baby along the field. It was like they had like a little assembly line. It's like they already knew, we're gonna set this house on fire across the street. We just gonna cause a distraction. You run out the back, you run up the field, you run through the city, pass the baby along. They had it all planned out. Their Underground Railroad got her so much further than any other escape attempt that was done by Mayday. Now, unless the Martha Underground Railroad system is just another extension of Mayday, because remember Commander Lawrence's Martha, she was never there. She was never at home. She did what she wanted to do. She drank, she cussed, she smoked, she did. She read a book. She did whatever she wanted to do. So maybe those were working hand in hand. Let me see what this last comment was. I just missed it. I don't think it's their first time. You have to do a rewatch before the new season starts. But they have tried this before. Okay, I am gonna rewatch it before. Come on, you right? That's gonna be me. You know, I'm gonna rewatch it. Cause then, and one thing that I did not like. This is one thing I didn't like about the show. I got something I didn't like is that we didn't know more about the Marthas. Commander Lawrence Martha is off the chain. I love her. The fact that we did not know more about the Marthas up until now leaves me with all the questions that I have. Like, if we had seen before a Martha doing something slide sleep, like Rita, she take a drink every now and then. That's about all we saw her do. But if we had saw them do something, you know, give a little head up, a nod up, something along the way, you know, we knew the handmaids were. Remember Alma? We knew Alma was doing some dirt. We knew Emily was doing something under the table. We knew the handmaids that were trying to do something, but we didn't know that the Marthas were as involved. And if that's the case, the Marthas are going to be the one to tell June where her baby is. If they that connected, the Marthas are going to be the one to tell. I say, Mindy May says, I wonder if Aunt Lydia is dead. Oh, Mindy. I don't think she's dead. And although I hate her guts, I don't want her to be dead. And one of the reasons why I don't want her to be dead is because we still don't know her story either. It's not probably ain't gonna change much about how I feel about her, but I want to see how Aunt Lydia got to be so invested in this religion. I mean, she walks the line like there's nothing else to the left or right of. She's on it, heel toe. How did she get to that point? We know she has some type of love or adoration for children. I want to know why. Where did it come from? We briefly mentioned her sister in this last season. And she thought that she had did something terrible along the way for her sister, which I'm confused on what that could possibly be. Because people who did crimes against children, they were killed or sent to the colonies. So how she end up in her position? So I really want to know what her backstory is. Maybe if they kill her, if they kill Aunt Lydia off, maybe we'll still have her in flashbacks. You know, maybe that's a possibility. So you don't think she dead either? So Sans don't think she dead. T.R. don't think she dead. I don't think she dead. I think that the writers would give us the pleasure of seeing her die. Now, when Emily stabbed her up and kicked her down them steps, I felt a rush to my system. I was like, get her. I was happy. I'm telling you. I know violence is not the answer, but I was happy. Hey, Tara Street, what's going on? I was super happy. I was cheering in front of my TV. I was like, yes. When she picked up that knife, I said, oh, baby, it's about to go down. She said she was a godmother to her sister's kid. I think the kid died by accident, and she blamed herself. I wonder if that's the story too, Brenda. If the kid died by accident and she blamed herself. Because anybody that committed any crimes against children, they were not going to be put in any type of position such as that. So everybody was cheering. You know it. Yeah, I want more backstory on certain people too, Mindy May. I really do. There's so much missing. Like I know with Nick was a steel worker. If y'all don't remember that part, Nick was a steel worker, kind of down on his luck. So when he was approached to become come to join the sons of Jacob, the society of Gilead wasn't Gilead. I flip it around. That society itself wasn't existing, but a lot of the laws as far as stripping women of their rights and all that stuff had already started to take place. And he accepted that job. You think she loved the Handmaids? Say she's not dead. Oh my goodness, do you think she loves the Handmaids? Wow. Oh wow, that's something. Just you think Aunt Lydia loves the Handmaids? I don't know so much if she loved the Handmaids or what that they can give, which is the babies. The fact that they are the vessels for the baby. She said she loved controlling the Handmaids. I believe she loves the religion. She is unlike, Eden was a follower, Eden followed the text, but Eden was still sneaking it right. Eden still stepped out on herself to try to find somebody for love. I don't think that Aunt Lydia would be that person. Now, Aunt Lydia, the aunts still have the right to read and write. Because remember, she got to keep notes and everything. She still has the right to read. So I wonder if all of her rights have been taken away as well. Would she be so willing to be the overseer? Because that's all she is. She's an overseer. She's the man riding around on the horse with the whip. Sometimes the masters use slaves to oversee other slaves. That's what Aunt Lydia is. But she loves the Handmaids. That's rich right there. I can't debunk it, but I'm just like, so she's such a heinous woman. She's such a heinous woman. She wants them to fall in line just too easy. Oh. We're going to have to come back to that one, girl. That just shut me up for a little bit. I talk a lot. Okay, while I'm in the middle of this, in case you did not know, The Handmaid's Tale returns to Hulu June 5th. It posts midnight. So Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. When the clock strikes midnight, it's Wednesday. That's when the videos upload. Now, the video will upload, the Hulu will upload 3 episodes in one damn time. So episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 will all post on June 5th. Baby, y'all know how I feel about shows when they all post multiple episodes on one day. It ain't coming out. It ain't gonna get out of my mouth. I will be in Europe when the show airs. I've been told that in England that they show Handmaid's Tale on Channel 4. So I should be able to watch it in England, even if I don't have the internet, if I don't have access to Hulu. I do know that my cell phone, I get free data while I'm in England with T-Mobile. So I should still be able to do a recap on the very first episode. I will not binge watch 3 episodes in one night. If this show takes on the emotional the effect, the emotions that I had from season 1 and season 2, there is no way that I can mentally handle 3 episodes in one night. So my plan is to very first episode to put up that recap by that Friday. It airs Wednesday. By that Friday, I plan on putting up the recap for episode 1. I'll return back to the United States. I will try to do episode 2 on Tuesday. Episode 3. I'm gonna back it up. Episode 2 on Monday and episode 3 on Tuesday. And then Wednesday we'll get the new one and then we'll be caught up. It's gonna be too much. It's gonna the pressure. Y'all gonna see my hair gonna be it's gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be a mess. So just be aware that the recaps will not post 1, 2, 3 like that. I can't handle that. And then when I return, all my shows, I don't know what's going on with all these networks. They're pushing all these shows back. So Handmaid's Tale won't be in line for Emmy this year because you have to have the show air in April, prior to April before you can get an Emmy. So it won't be in line for Emmy. Queen Sugar, I watched that and recapped that show too. That's coming on June 12th. 3% on Netflix. I watched that, recap that too. They come on June 20th. It's a lot popping off in June. So I'm gonna try to keep it together. We gonna make it like the fall, the spring. What? That was the spring. The spring season where I drop off a few shows. I ain't gonna do that for the summertime. I'm gonna keep it up with this. So, so you didn't mean to shock you. Just meant she loved what the handmaids are to her. Like, yeah, like no, but that was good though because in a way, if we talk about some relationships for a minute, a parent with a child, they child may be the most fucked up child there is, and the parents still love them anyway. I think that our lady may be the flip. She's the most fucked up parent, and she look at the handmaids as her children, and she loves them, but she's still real fucked up to them. She's gonna abuse them, but she still got some type of love. An abusive parent. That's basically what Aunt Lydia is. So and people won't define that as love, but that's her love. She got an abusive love, an emotionally abusive type of love. That it's a broken love that she's giving to them. Because when she found out that they pregnant, baby, she tries to take care of them. Trying to make sure that they ain't stressed out at home. She coming over, make sure she getting them little nasty green smoothies into them. She checking, because her and Serena Joy, they wasn't feeling each other at all. Aunt Lydia and Serena Joy, like, no, I don't like her. They wasn't feeling each other. So she has some type of affection for the handmaids when they become pregnant. But she got to get them there. You know what I'm saying? She got to get them in line, making sure that they could be the best that they could be. Like one of them, I've seen one of them TV shows I was watching with the beauty pageant moms. If you're a beauty pageant mom, I'm not talking to you directly. But a lot of them TV shows I see with the beauty pageant moms are the ones with the football fathers. And they are the most evilest, vile persons they could be to their children. That they love so much. But they want them to be the best in the pageant. They want them to be the best football player. They 6 years old and want them to make it to the NFL at 7. That's Aunt Lydia. That's the mentality to the extreme that Aunt Lydia is. So I don't know, but like I say, this whole live was supposed to be about what if June was right? What if the choices that she made? Okay, let's do a quick little poll here. We got 19 people in the room. See who will all answer. The decision that June giving her baby to Emily in hopes that Emily is going to make the safety. Do y'all think that was the right thing to do in that moment, to give her to Emily, knowing that she wasn't finna go? So if y'all answer that in the comment section, let me know yes or no if y'all agree. Y'all already know my answer. I disagree. But Brenda says, hell no, that wasn't the right decision. If she, I said the only way to make that right is if she's, like you said, Haven, if she's trying to dismantle that whole system. So you don't watch the show yet, so I have no input. Lady B, you get on it. You better get on it. It's on Hulu. I just found out it's on Amazon Prime too. TR says she don't agree either. Yeah, I don't agree. Sass, what you think? Will, y'all still in the room? Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think that was the right thing for her to do, to give that baby to Emily? Let's go into circumstances around what Emily is going to have to go through. She still got to make it to Canada. She wasn't like at the border. She still got to get out. You have gotten the van. Mindy May, I would have gotten the van. I would have gotten the van. I would have gotten in the van. I would have gotten in the van, try to get that baby to safety, and then find some type of way to get back to help other people. Because I don't try to get back. Like I say, I don't know if Anna LA is going to come into the room or not. Anna said that she didn't believe that getting back and forth from Canada would have been an easy thing to do. And we do know in season 2 when they had beefed up security at the border. So that may hold for truth. Getting back and forth across Canada may not be the easiest thing to do. But for me, in my mind, I instantly, when I read that comment, I instantly thought of Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman made her way from Kentucky to Canada by foot, by horse. You say, bitch, you was thinking, bitch, have you lost your damn mind? I was too. I was thinking the same too, like, June, really, bitch? I was thinking that. Like, Harriet Tubman made it back by foot, by horse, from Kentucky to Canada. I think they said she made over 2,000 trips. I know times may be a little bit different, but with the technological advances that we have that are outside of Gilead, every place else is not so technically locked off. She could have made it back. Say Emily is a beast. Emily been beasting it out since the first season. Emily been beast. She didn't care. Emily was like, if I gotta die, I gotta die. Now there was a moment when she was in the colony where she was starting to lose hope. You know, she was like, I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm starting to lose hope. If it wasn't for Janine, Janine was in there giving her all her faith. Janine got a faith, a strong faith. And it ain't the same faith that they have without Lydia and all them. Janine got a strong faith. If it wasn't for Janine, Emily would have cracked. But when she finally saw that light, she killed that damn commander's wife. I don't care if you in here with me. You've been put in here with me for me to take you out. That's how I feel about Serena Joy too. She need to get it. But like if Haven say that she could use Serena Joy to her benefit, use her and still kill her ass. Kill her dead. I just want Serena gotta go. Whenever we wrap this show up, Serena gotta die, Fred gotta die, and Aunt Lydia gotta die. I just don't want them to die right now because we ain't at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? You know. One of the things that we talked about last time, I really wish that there was a new Handmaid that could be brought into the storyline as well. That we can see a possible change of heart with maybe Serena Joy or Aunt Lydia if they are going to be helpful in bringing down the society. They don't have to be. If they're going to bring down society in order to bring down the men, the women going to have to get together. But these bitches, they got to go too. They got to go too. They just can't be redeemed in my. I don't care. You can help me. Don't help me. Help me out. Like I said, said this before. I used this as an example before. The dope men in the neighborhood bring turkeys every year, but they still bringing drugs into our neighborhoods. And if I need to send their ass to jail, they going. She needs to die. I don't care how much good she do to help me and my family. At this point in time, she still got to die. She need to go. So we had like everybody that did vote. They all said no. They did not agree that was the best thing for her to do to get that baby out. And like I say, my biggest thing as far as that baby, like I said, we don't know what Emily's fate is. Like I said, I accidentally saw part of the trailer. So I do know a little information about one of these storylines and where it's gonna go. And like I said, I was very disappointed that I learned about it. But there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns. It's gonna be a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayals, a lot of I personally didn't think that Nick. Y'all know I didn't trust Nick for the first 1.5 seasons. I didn't trust Nick. I was like, he was up to something. And it wasn't so much that Nick was an eye. I just didn't like the fact that everybody was on a selfish mode. Nick had been in that household for all this time, from the time longer than 7 years, because June had been there 7 years. He had been through the first Handmaids that had been through that household. Nick had been there for a long doggone time, but it wasn't until he got some puss that he decided that he was going to help her out. And only because she was having his baby. Only because she was having his baby. I hope, because June didn't get in the van, I hope Emily makes it to Canada, and I hope Emily does what I want June to do. Bring back some type of reinforcements and turn that place up. We talked about, Will gave me the name, Mark Trujillo, I think that's what it was. Will gave me the name last live. I hope that somebody's able to contact the delegates in Hawaii and the Hawaiian forces. I think it was Hawaii and Alaska were the two states that was left remaining that unaffected. I hope they have some forces that can come in and wreck shop up in that joint. I really do. We already know that Mexico was having the same issue. So Mexico is not going to be a good ally for us. Canada, they will accept our people as refugees, but as far as helping us fight back, I don't see Canada getting involved in that manner. They stopped the delegates from coming back and forth, but I don't see if anybody in Canada is going to any Canada officials going to be willing to step in. And I just think that just because if you look at history, a lot of the things that go on within the United States, like Canada right now is saying, if you want to move to Canada, we open our doors up to you. But they won't come in and try to physically make changes here in America. They won't try to physically stand up against our government on the behalf of the citizens. The same way how America is a Captain Saberhold to all these other countries. They always got to go in and save the day. I don't see Canada doing it for us in real life or on the Handmaid's Tale. So hopefully the Hawaiian and the Alaskan delegates get together. We see Mark Trujillo again. Even though Serena Joy threw away the matchbook, trust and believe me, she remembered the name. She remembered the location. She know how to get in touch with that man. Yeah. I think, like I said, she's definitely going to have to go back and find Commander Lawrence. I don't know if Commander Lawrence is putting together. See, I wonder if Canada has the same problem with low birth rates. When Serena and Fred visited, there were kids there. There were so many kids there in Canada. They were. I don't remember anywhere in the episodes or seasons that said that Canada was being affected the same way. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look at that again. Huh. Because, yeah, baby, that was one of the things that Serena Joy noticed when she went to Canada. All the kids was around playing in the streets. There was couples hugged up and smooching on the corners having the PDA going on. And this is how life used to be for me. And it's not anymore. I don't know if Canada's having it, because I remember the delegate Trujillo, I think that's how you pronounce it. He was saying to Serena Joy that they have determined that, there were a lot of kids in Canada. They have determined that it's not the women that are the cause for the low birth rates. It's the men. So, I wonder if Canada was able to circumvent that. If they know that it's not the women that's having the problem, it's the men. If they couldn't see, they might have hit up some. What do happen to all the sperm banks? But see, the men, the sons of Jacob don't think it's they don't think they the problem. They don't think they the ones that's impotent. They don't think they the issue. So what happened to all the sperm banks though? There's a whole lot of little spermies out there. They could impregnate people left and right with them. So I wonder, I really want to. Now you got me thinking about Canada. I'm gonna have to research that to see if I can find any more information about if I overlooked it or if I missed it to see why Canada was flourishing with little kids. Like it wasn't all the ones that escaped from America. It wasn't all them. Yeah, Emily gotta make it. Emily gotta make it. The character Moira, she gonna have to, for lack of a better term, grow some balls. I need her to do something more. I understand she got PTSD, and she's a counselor now at the refugee center. But I think she got a lot of payback to give. I think she got a lot of payback to give. Like, there's a whole lot of Jezebels still left her. When she ran away, a whole lot of Jezebels was left behind. And the feelings and emotions that she had, she gotta know that she's not the only one feeling that way. Like, I want her to do something else. I need her to go back and rally the troops as well. Y'all know, as far as Luke is concerned, if Emily makes it to Canada, is she gonna find Luke? I just want Luke to know that the baby ain't, who the baby belonged to. I think he think it's Fred's because that's the life that she was forced into. Yes, they need, Moira and Luke need to do something. I think that Luke think that the baby, because he know that June was pregnant. I think he think the baby is Fred's, but I want him to know that the baby is Nick, and my wife is in love with Nick. I need Luke to know that. I just need him to have a smack in the face with that. Smack him with the face with that information. I don't like Luke. I just don't. Now I think the difference between the book and the TV show, Luke had divorced his wife, and then got with June. On the TV show, he was cheating on her with June, and then they later got married. So I think that has put that bad taste in my mouth. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll think about that again. And all right, y'all. We got anything else we want to talk about? It's going. I think Hayden gave the best answer. She's gonna have to go back and manipulate them in some form or fashion. How she's gonna do that? I cannot see her stepping foot back into that house. Luke, why I don't like Luke? Mainly because of this whole story, Luke's story about his ex-wife. Yeah, I just ain't been rocking with him since then. And Luke made it to Canada, right? And I'm all about, like I said, I'm all about going back for the others. Hey, Angels, how you doing? Angels Weep is in the building. Yeah, Luke made it to Canada, and I understand how afraid one could be, but this is your wife and your daughter, and once you find out that they alive, you don't do nothing. Like, you don't start putting wheels in motion to do anything. You don't say for yourself, I gotta go back and find them or get them or something. That thought has not crossed Luke's mind. At least they haven't showed that to us. They haven't showed it to us at all. Luke is just at home in the comfort of his own, just being mad on the other side of the line. You say you don't like Luke either, not from the first. Yeah, cheating motherfucker, no ball, alcoholic, no action, taking pants. Exactly, you described him. Luke ain't shit to me. Oh, even if you ain't gonna go back and get your wife, go back and get at least one of them. At least one of them. Like I say, you found this little group of people to help you get free. Once you free, rally the troops. That's what I'm saying. Don't just sit in your comfortability and sit back and let all that tragedy happen to other people, especially your wife and child. I can understand why damn June done forgot about Luke and fell in love with Dick. Because my damn husband don't seem like he coming for me. After Moira made it and Moira told him that she was alive and where she was at, he should have put the wheels in motion then to start something. There was a scene in Canada when Luke was given a note from June saying Hannah, and he has not done anything yet. Nothing. Wasn't Moira the one who actually exposed the letters? Yes, Nick's done more than her husband, and I can't stand Nick either. But Nick's done more for her than her husband. He like, you got my baby. Let's get you free. Twice he has done this. Remember the second time, she was out there in the wilderness for three damn months. They moving her from location to location. She done got Nate hung, and she wouldn't sit her ass still while he was at church. Woo, June just get on my damn nerves. But Nick kept trying. He's like, we gonna get you and my baby free. Luke sitting up there free and ain't thought one iota about coming back to get his wife or his child. Oh, that just burns me up. Just burns me up. Ugh. I just can't with him. I can't with him. I thought he was gonna have the girl. I thought she couldn't talk at first, and I think she started talking. I thought he was gonna start a relationship with her. He just seemed like he that type of dude. He ain't gonna be in a relationship with Moira because Moira's gay. So yeah, he said I don't like Nick or Luke at all. No, neither one of them. Nick don't get no pass for me. Nick just wanted the ass. Nick just wanted, like with Nick's situation, he fell in love with June. Oh. Okay, the way I look at it, June is in captivity. You work for the society who is holding her captive. She is being forced to have sex with you too, to procreate. And say Luke is a pussy and Nick getting a pussy. It's so screwed. I don't have to make that a hashtag. so yeah, Nick, he's sleeping with a woman who had no choice to be her. If she wasn't in captivity, she probably would have looked at you twice. He said, I'm so sorry, that was crass. No apologies needed on this channel. No apologies needed. We family around here. So yeah, I wasn't feeling Nick either. I just wasn't feeling Nick either. Like what else did she have? Like, And as much sneaking as they did around that doggone house, I still, to this day, don't know how they snuck around that doggone house as much as they did. Hugging and kissing and all up with each other. I just don't understand. But yeah, when June, you think Serena would ever cheat on Fred? I want Serena to cheat on Fred. I don't think she would. Like I said, because she's the architecture of this society. I don't think that she would. The fact that she, like I said, if she going against them now, it's just because she's mad. It's just all. I don't like Nick. I don't see love in their relationship. I didn't see love in their relationship at all either. When June said that she loved him last season, y'all remember I said this in the recap? I was like, ooh, she said the L word, love. Maybe with the guy from Hawaii, yes. Maybe Serena could cheat with him. I want Serena to cheat. I don't know. It's TV. I can wish for people to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't cheat in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, anymore. Because I have been back in the day before I got married. Before I got married, did I cheat after I got married? I didn't cheat after I got married. But before I got married, I used to, yeah. Yes, Nick and June is trauma bonding. That's a good way to say it, Angels Week. They are trauma bonded. And I think, for me, I think Nick is taking advantage of that. He's taking advantage of the fact that she's in the situation that she's in. If they had met on the street, they wouldn't have connected at all. He's so emotionless. I think I asked before, is he the one that was on? Yes, the guy from Hawaii was looking at her like he wanted to hook up Serena Joy. And I think Serena Joy thought he wanted to hook up too. And when she realized that he was trying to pump up for information, then that's when she like put her shield up. But at first she was like, I'm getting attention from this man. She was all, you know, yeah, Serena Joy wanted that. She wanted that. I would love to see them hook up. I would just to smack Fred in the face. I mean, he get to have his little, well, peace, but his Fred is in love with June. Fred is in love with the sex. Let's be honest. Fred is in love with the sex. Fred is in love with the sex. But he think he got feelings for June. I'm doing all this for you. I let you see your baby. Well, I told you, Fred, June did Ike and Tina Turner on Fred last season. When she came back at him. I was like, you better do that. You better do that, Tina Turner. You better do that. But she at the point of fed. It took her years to get fed up, though. It took her years to get fed up. And the thing with June is, too, she thought that she could manipulate Fred as well. And she could. And then Fred just got pissed off because you embarrassed him. Yes, Fred got feelings for anything he could hump. And you shouldn't have embarrassed him. Not only did you went and worked with my wife to go against me. How fucking dare you? After all I've done for you. You know, I'm still kind of disappointed, y'all, that when the episode where Nick got snatched up by the two guardians, I needed to know what happened. The next time they showed him, he was back at the crib chilling. And June walking back in the house. I needed to know what happened there. I'm still mad they didn't show us that part. I'm hoping that when they come into this season, that one, June is not back in the house. And if she is back in the house, I needed to be in utter shock for everybody that helped her get free. I need Serena Joy to be mad as hell. The bitch, I gave you my damn baby. You took off and you done passed it on to another fucking handmaid, and I could have had my kid here with me. I need Serena Joy to be mad as hell about that. I need to know, again, the last time we saw Nick, he was holding off Fred from coming downstairs. Remember, he was like, no, it's a bad time for you to come outside right now. And Fred was like, no, I gotta go see what's happening. And he put his hand up against his chest, hold him back, and put his hand on his gun and said, no, it's too dangerous for you out there right now. I need to know if Fred took that as a threat against him. I need to know if Fred took that as a threat against him. Okay, so yeah, but every time that they do a situation like that with Nick, we never see what happens to Nick. We never see the interaction between him and Fred or him and Serena. So all these people help formulate this escape plan. Fred ain't that dumb to not think that in the event that June is not there with that baby, that all of those events weren't linked together. The fire across the street, Rita nowhere to be found. I would love to see Hannah's poverty. I missed something. I hope we get an episode from Hannah's perspective. That would be interesting. I missed that whole comment, Angel. I missed that. I missed that whole comment, Angel, because I was skipping over somebody else's comment. Empress, I saw your comment. I skipped over it on purpose because I don't want to know no shit about next season. Don't tell me what's going on. And you posted a comment that said something about that I didn't need to know. But I saw your comment. I just skipped over that shit. That's why I was woo-sawing for a minute. Like, did she just not just put that damn that thing in her? I hope it's a showdown between Fred and Nick. But I don't even know how Nick finna maneuver in that house. That's okay. But I did see your comment and welcome to the chat. Like, we try to keep it like everything that we're doing, if you've never been here before, everything that we're saying right now is all based on speculation. We just doing our best good guesses. During the season, if you watch the recaps to the season, I ask that you only discuss the episode that we are talking about at that time. Because the recap is basically a whole spoiler. If you hadn't seen the episode, the recap is a spoiler for the episode. But I asked for no previews for the next season, no blog information, nothing like that for the next episode to be put into the comment section. Because we try to be surprised around here. Even me. Even as I'm giving it, we try to be surprised. So everything that we're talking about is all just our best good guesses. So, like if some of us have read the books, we may do comparisons for the book, but we only don't give comparisons about stuff that we've already watched. So that's all we saying. That's all. That's all love. That's all love. I missed a couple comments. Let me go back for a second. Oh, what the hell happened? Go back. Okay, so Angel Weep says, I hope you get a whole Aunt Lydia episode. I need an Aunt Lydia backstory. So true. A few of us said it earlier today. We need Aunt Lydia backstory. I need to know how she got to where she get. That's cool. That's cool. You didn't know. But but since you did put that out there, that leads me to question how she got there. Because didn't nobody know where the man lived. I don't even look at the promos. I can't go on Instagram because spoilers keep popping up. The funny thing is on Instagram, majority of people I know, like I know Sass, Miss Honey, Forest Rocks, and Beautiful Soul Speaks. Those are 4 people, and B. Ashley B, and Samara 96, Anna LA. Those are the people I know that follow me on Instagram that actually follow this show. And they don't share spoilers. So I think I've been safe so far. As far as anybody else that I follow, thank goodness I have not seen them post any spoilers. They killing me with the spoilers for the Game of Thrones though. They turn me up for those spoilers. But I haven't seen any for the Handmaid's Tale. But I know on Twitter be popping it off. I want to know what became of Luke's first wife. The Emperor says. I wondered that too. I wondered, did she also end up a handmaid? One of the reasons that June was supposed to be considered a handmaid, sexual crimes got you to be a handmaid. They considered divorce and adultery sexual crimes. So since Luke divorced his wife Annie, he committed a sexual crime, which would mean Annie committed a sexual crime as well. And since June married a divorced man, that made her an adulterer under these new laws. And that's why she was selected to be a handmaid as well. And she was fertile. So I could only, that's one thing. I don't know if I said this before, but it's been in my head. I wanted to know what happened to Annie. I don't want nobody to be a handmaid. She couldn't have children. When him and June first met, they were trying to get pregnant. That's right. So she wouldn't be a handmaid. Man, that'd have been a good storyline if she was a handmaid and then she ran in June in that damn supermarket. That's what I could have wanted. So if Annie couldn't get pregnant. So Annie had 2 choices. Annie could be a Martha, or Annie would have been sent to the colonies. Her third option, she could have got free. For some reason, I don't know why I thought that she was dead. I thought that it would be karma. Sort of Luke's wife ended up a wife of the commander, so she would have. I for some reason I don't know why I thought Annie was dead. When Luke was searching through the names, I thought he found her name. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the episode again too. When Luke was searching through all of the roles of all the people who had passed away, I thought he came across Annie's name. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that back up. If she had became a commander's wife, I'd have been mad as hell at Annie. I'd have been mad as hell at Annie. It's like Luke didn't seem like he would look for her. Say the pics of Game of Thrones got spoiled you. Yes, they did. I hope she made it to Canada and kicked Luke's ass. Oh, me too. Luke ain't shit. Yes. If Annie made it to Canada. Oh, what if she was working in that refugee center when they came through? That'd have been priceless. When he first walked through that refugee center doors and he sat down in the back and she was the face that he seen. Oh, that'd have been priceless. Yeah, I would love for Annie to come back. For Annie, June's mama, Holly. I'm thinking that June's mama got killed. Only because said a woman or Martha, you have to watch again. I'm thinking her mama got killed because her mama was and worked at the abortion clinic. And you know, people who did abortions and Planned Parenthood, they try to kill them off right away. So they're curious about Annie now too. I'm gonna have to tag some people on the show. You know, I mean, I'm on Twitter and I'm connected to the Hulu writers of the show, the Handmaid's Tale writers. So when they post, they actually retweet the episodes for me. I be so like, oh. So I'm gonna ask them what happened to Annie. I need to know, y'all. What happened to Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Is Annie an aunt? Oh, I couldn't imagine her being an aunt. Girl, I pay to see the episode. She go Bruce Lee on his ass. You know, I can't picture her being an aunt. I can't picture her being a commander's wife. I would definitely hate Annie if that's the case. And TR, you say you think Holly is dead too. June's mom was sent to the colonies. I was wondering if she was really sent to the colonies, and I was hoping the whole time that Emily was there, I was hoping June's mama was going to be there. I did. I just wanted her to be face to face with June's mama for some reason. I thought that would just tie the story arc in. And they never said what happened to June's daddy. I mean, the mama mentioned him once, but what the fuck happened to June's daddy? Like, they really don't talk much about the men. They had a photo of her in one of the scenes. I remember a photo of her for some reason, but I don't know. I want to know how someone becomes an aunt. Angel Sweep said that. I do too. I need to. Oh, let me check something out. Hold on. Gotta check my timer. Oh, my charger. I got 25% left. Good. We got time. 25% left on the charge. I really want to know how they become an aunt. The Marthas, from what I recall, were older women. They weren't necessarily, I think I said before that they were fertile. They weren't necessarily fertile because maybe Rita had a son. But they were women who had skill sets. So like women doctors, teachers, women scientists that were already out of the birthing ages, they became Marthas. Because remember, Emily was a scientist. They saw a video of June's mom working in the colonies. Was that doing when they was in the Red Center? I remember them showing a video of the colonies. Was that June's mom? It was a lady in the colony that looked like June's mom. The one who had the limp. I thought that was June's mom for a long time. So, or was that when somebody showed the video of the women in the colonies? Who was showing that video? I remember that now. I can't remember who was showing that video. It was last season for sure. It was definitely last season, but I can't remember who was showing the video and why we were seeing it. Because I remember it was kind of like black and white footage too, and it was like, was it an introduction to in the Red Center? I hope Janine gets her baby. I want Janine to turn back into that woman that she was in season 1 before they brought her down. She had a quick mouth. She was and I know she's she's into faith, so to speak. She's a believer of some sorts. I needed to get a baby because she believed it. When I look at Wikipedia, and Wikipedia lists the characters, they have Janine listed as the mentally unstable handmaid. That's how her character is listed. She wasn't mentally unstable. I'm missing this because I'm visiting with a friend who's moving back to Chicago. I'm there. In spirit, and we'll rewatch. I done talked about you a few times, Anna girl. I know you come back and watch. I appreciate it. I forgot what I was saying. I gotta remember what I was talking about. My throat getting dry. So we was talking about something. I don't remember what we were talking about. Gonna have to rewatch it. I think I remember at the Red Center they was showing the women in the colonies. Always talking about Janine crazy ass. Yes, I love Janine. She has an unyielding faith about herself. And whoever her God is working in her favor. He may, she may go through some shit for a minute. But God a busy person. He gonna get back to her. And we get there, he's always right on time for her. She need to get that damn baby. She need to get her baby. Yes, she do. If Janine don't make it out in the end, whenever the end comes, I'm gonna be so mad. She needs to be free. I need Janine to be free. I need the character Alma. I think they're going to give her more of a role this year. I think Alma is gonna die. But she's gonna be dying fighting for the cause. It's gonna be a glorious death. I don't know. I hope Janine is the one to take out Aunt Lydia. She need to. Emily already stabbed up and got her eyes in. She got them in. Janine needs to take out Aunt Lydia just like Aunt Lydia took out her eye. She need to take her out. They need to do to Aunt Lydia everything that was done to them. Janine need to take out her eye. Alma need to cut off her hand. What else happened? I think another girl lost a foot. Another girl had the acid poured on her face. An eye for an eye. Everything that she had done to her, they needed to have done. Tongue cut out. Aunt Lydia Aunt Lydia is not unredeemable. Hey Candace, welcome on in. Aunt Lydia is not a redeemable character at all. They need to get her. They need to get her. Oh, I want Serena Joy. If they don't kill Serena Joy need to end up at the colonies for me. Shoveling toxic waste. But then if they bring down a society, the colonies won't exist. I can see Janine taking down the system more than June as well. I agree with that. Janine getting back to her sassy one-eyed self. Yes, I love that character. I love Janine. Oh my goodness, she's off the chain. I want to know why the fertile women not running the show though. Kind of like in the real world, they should at least replace the terrorists, or at least replace the wives. Serena Joy is a war criminal and a terrorist. I agree. The Empress, I'm not sure how many handmaids there actually are. I think there are more than there are wives though. I think so. June's character is one of the ones that was actually allowed to stay at the house. A lot of the handmaids didn't stay at the house. They go there during ceremony time. They did the cooking and cleaning, helped the Rita around, and then at night they still went back to the Red Center and they lived at the Red Center. They lived at the Red Center. June was one of the people who was allowed to stay in the home, which helped her build these bonds with Fred and helped her build these bonds. Fred has done this before. Fred has done this before. Remember season 1 when he opened up the handmaid that he had before it hung herself. You know, he's always moved one in. I just don't know how. Yeah, the handmaids need to rise up. They rise up, but just like in slavery times, they line them all up, and then they take down one. You know, that's in the old Willie Lynch letters. How he told them you line the slaves all up in front of you, and then you tie one to one horse, and you tie one arm to the other horse, and you slap the ass of the horse so the horse can run that way, and they pull the arms off, and you do it in front of the other slaves so the other slaves can fall in line. That's basically what they doing at the Red Center. They line them all up, and they have the women shackled. You know, they done cattle tag them on their ears, and they will abuse one so bad so the other ones could fall in line. That's the Willie Lynch syndrome that they got going on here. So yeah, a lot of these women are just living in fear. Because remember when she first got there, June first got there, Moira was already there, and she would tell her, "No, don't say nothing. Just keep your head down. Just be quiet. Don't look straight." You know, she was already in that mentality, just basically saying, "Shh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing." I love when Odette took out the Leah and Rachel center. When she took out that center, I told y'all that was episode 6 of season 2 that I call Boom Shakalaka Boom. I just love that. I was so overjoyed. So when she came running down there in slow-mo, yeah, they all don't live with commanders. They said it in episode 1 that all the women didn't live with commanders. Baby, once they have the baby, the women are supposed to go back and live at the Red Center. But Serena Joy and Fred also gave her permission to stay in the home as well. So yeah, June has got a lot of permissions because, like I said, Fred got a little thing for her, you know, a little bit thing for her. So she got a lot of permissions. For some reason, I lost connection there real quick, but thank goodness y'all still here. Last time I lost connection, everybody was gone. Y'all can still hear my voice, but y'all couldn't see me. So before we do that again, because we rolled up on a 2-hour mark here, I am going to go ahead and shut this live down. Unless anybody else has anything that they want to say real quick. Poor Rita, she has to live with the Waterfords too. I don't understand how Rita can go back and just live in the house and act like nothing ever happened. After helping June escape, I cannot see how Rita, with a good conscious mind, could go back in that house and act like nothing happened. If they brought another handmaid in, is she gonna help her get free too? If June walks back in that house, what the hell is Rita gonna think? Bitch, I just risked my goddamn life to help you. Remember when they tried Aunt Lydia and they made... something popped off. Hey, you said, remember when they tried Aunt Lydia and they made... And then you stopped there. The rest of the comment didn't come on. And then... You said, Candace, you think that they killed Rita? They were going to hang them in the stadium. That's true. Oh, woo, Haven. You are so right. When they tried Aunt Lydia, that was the season premiere. When they opened up the premiere and they had those women walking in the line, all those doggone guardians with their dogs barking and they prodding them and poking them, and the rain was coming down and the women walking through and they all being hurled through like cattle. They peeing on themselves and they was screaming and everything, and they went to that stadium and they hit that doggone searchlight on them and they had the ropes up there and they pulled that thing and nothing happened. I remember that episode. That was season 2, episode 1. Yes, they tried Aunt Lydia. They tried her. They should have just whooped Aunt Lydia's ass. And then they all had to pay the price. And then that's when we found out. That's when Aunt Lydia found out that June was pregnant. So then she had to start treating June a little special. Yes, that stadium scene, that was a bit much for them. And they didn't have a lot of handmaids there. But those were the handmaids who refused to stone Janine. They were supposed to stone Janine and they all decided not to. Yeah, she said, I'm getting them bitches back. Thank you so much, Mindy May. I appreciate it. You have a good night. We about to wrap this up as well. We about to wrap this up. So yeah, and now that Emily say off topic, do you know when Harlots is coming back out? I do. Hold on, let me go to my YouTube channel because I got it linked on my page. Harlots is coming back out soon because I reviewed that too. I love that show. If y'all have not seen Harlots, I would suggest y'all get on board with that as well. It's another Hulu original. It's set in the Georgian area over in England. What is my YouTube channel name? I don't even know my own channel name. My Twisted Lyf. And these women, it's two competing whorehouses. And these women go at it. I mean, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got some. It's a Lydia on there too. It's a Lydia on there too, baby. That was so off the chain. Okay, where the heck my stuff go? Let me take my glass off so I can read about section. Harlots returns July 10th. I got it right here. If you go into my about section on my page, I listed all the shows that I recap and all the dates that they return to TV. They all there. So just go onto my about section. Did you just say two competing whorehouses? Two competing whorehouses, yes. And I'm with House Wales. I'm with House Wales, Margaret Wales' house. 2 hours, no wonder my kids been knocking on my door. If you paying them no mind, I'm sorry about that. Tell the kids I'm sorry. Auntie Poetry love the kids. Yeah, so if you go watch Harlots is coming back June 10th. Unfortunately, they still only gave Harlots 8 episodes. So it's only gonna be eight episodes. But the Aunt Lydia that's on there, woo, baby, she ain't Aunt Lydia, she just Lydia. The Lydia that's on Harlots is a bitch. Whoa, I love to hate her. I love to hate her. Yes, go see Harlots. Harlots is off the chain. If you watch The Walking Dead, the lady that plays Margaret Wales on Harlots is the same one who was playing Alpha on The Walking Dead. Same character. She's just as good on Harlots, baby. They are some vicious women. Vicious. Say have a good night, Porsche. Can't wait for your Game of Thrones. I'm going to try to do a live reaction. We're going to see how my camera works. I will see you in the Game of Thrones video. It will be, I'm going to try to put Game of Thrones up on Monday. They are expecting that 10.2 million people will take off work after the Game of Thrones finale. So I'm going to try to have it up on Monday so those 10.2 million people can watch it on the channel. We're going to see how I do. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. So my battery is dying. I just got another warning. We only got like a minute and 45 seconds left anyway. I want to thank y'all for coming back. Again, Handmaid's Tale comes back on June 5th for episodes 1, 2, and 3. I will only be reviewing episode 1 while I am on vacation in England, and when I come back, I'll get episodes 2 and 3 out to you, and then we'll be caught up by episode 4. So thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all being here for me. Thank y'all for coming to these lives. Y'all make them so entertainment. I love the conversation. Thank y'all. We'll keep doing these some more. I appreciate you too, Empress. Love you so much. I'm going to count down in 5, 4, 3. I did 3 right. Usually I say 4 and I'll be like 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you. See you on the next review and recap as well. Good night, everybody.